Good morning, students. Today I am going to do the lesson Our Constitution. Almost everything we do is governed by some set of rules. There are rules for games, for social clubs, for adults in the workplace. So, we need a law in the society so our society can regulate and work properly. And they are designed to protect us and our property and to ensure that everyone in the society behaves the way that the community expects them to do. As you all know that we got our independence on 15th August 1947. Soon after that, one of the major problem before our country is to frame the constitution, and thus Constituent Assembly was formed in 1946 and they prepared the constitution, and finally on 26th January 1950 our constitution was adopted. And you also know that it has been observed as a Republic Day. So now let us know what is the meaning of the constitution. So what is the meaning of the constitution? It is nothing but a set of basic rules followed by a country. So constitution means a set of basic rules followed by a country. It also mentions about the organs of the government. You know, there are three organs of the government, that is the legislature, executive and judiciary. So the constitution even explains about the powers and functions of the government, and it also make a reference about the rights and duties of the citizens. You know that we the citizens have six fundamental rights, that is the right to equality, right to freedom, right to religion, right against exploitation, cultural and educational right, and right to constitutional remedies. So even that is referred in the constitution, and it is also called as a guide to the government. So constitution is nothing but a set of basic rules followed by a country, and it mentions the organs of the government, the powers and functions of the government, and it is also acts as a reference to the rights and duties of the citizens. It is also a reference guide to the government, so no one should violate the constitution. All the people, including the president, the prime minister, parliamentarians, judges, officers, everybody have to bound by it. So what is the importance of the constitution? Why do we need it? Okay, it protects the fundamental rights of the citizens, and it also protects the rights of the citizens as all are equal before the law. It also says that everyone has to adhere to it. Okay, it functions as a reference guide to the government, and it also coordinate the functions of the democratic institution. So what I'm trying to do tell here is that why what is the importance of the constitution? Okay, constitution protects the rights of the citizens as all are equal before the law. Secondly, it functions as a reference guide to the duties to be performed by the government, and it also coordinates, means it works together with the functions of the democratic institutions such as legislature, executive and judiciary. It also manages the relationship between the government and the individual. So what is its importance? The importance of the constitution is that it serves several purposes. It protects the rights of the citizens, it functions as a reference guide to the duties to be performed by the government, it also coordinates, means it works along with the legislature, executive and judiciary. It also organizes better relationship between the government and the individual. So as I told before, a constituent assembly was formed in the year 1946. What is this constituent assembly? Constituent Assembly is a body of popularly elected representatives. What do you mean by representative? Leaders. It's a body of popular elected representatives. They assembled for the purpose of drafting a constitution. So Constituent Assembly was formed in the year 1946, and it is a body of elected representatives assembled for the purpose of drafting the constitution. So this Constituent Assembly prepared the constitution. Dr. Rajendra Prasad was elected as its president, and there were 299 members in the Constituent Assembly, and the first session of this Constituent Assembly was held on 9th December 1946. So what did this Constituent Assembly do? In order to move the process of preparing the constitution, this Constituent Assembly created various committees. Understood? In order to make the process of preparing the constitution, the assembly created various committee, and one of the committees is drafting committee, and it was headed by, that is under the chairmanship of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was the chairman of the drafting committee. Okay, the members of this Constituent Assembly, they verified this draft constitution, and they proposed 2473 amendments. Okay, the proposed amendments and the draft constitutions were discussed in detail in the meeting of the Constituent Assembly. Hence, they took around 2 years, 11 months, and 17 days for the Assembly to finish writing the entire constitution. Okay, and it was on 26th January 1950 our constitution was adopted. Okay, and the constitution declared India as a republic, and in order to mark this adoption of the constitution, every year January 26th is marked as a Republic Day, and it is also observed as a national festival. I think you all understood the significance of 26th January 1950. It was on that day our constitution was adopted. Okay, and India became republic. And in order to celebrate this adoption of the constitution, every year January 26th is marked as a Republic Day, and it is also observed as a national festival. And you might also have seen from the previous year, that means last year we observed 26th November as a Constitutional Day. Okay, Constitutional Day is also celebrated as it was on November 26th, 1949. The Constitution was approved by the Constituent Assembly. So 26th November is observed as a Constitutional Day. Why? It is because the Constituent Assembly has approved, the constitution was approved by the Constituent Assembly on 26th 1949. So to mark this thing, we observe 26th November as a constitutional day. Okay, according to the directives of the constitution, the first general election of India was held between 1951 to 1951, and the parliament with bicameral legislature. Bicameral, that means a house of, that means a parliament consisting of two houses. You know, in parliament we have two houses, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. So our parliament is bicameral, that means a parliament consisting of two houses, and the first general election was held on 1951. So we go to the next concept, that is preamble to the constitution. What is this preamble? It is an introductory part of the constitution. That means it can be referred to as a preface. which highlights the entire constitution. It is a preface which highlights the entire constitution. It is also considered as a heart of the constitution, as it represents the dream and ideologies of the people. Okay, it declares, the preamble declares India as a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic and a welfare state committed to secure justice, liberty, equality for the people, and for promoting fraternity, dignity of the individuals, and unity, integrity of the nation.